Israelites one and all. So today I decided to start using Quora, and I know there's a bunch of, well, some weird, some more eccentric, but anyway. I got some really good questions my first time signing up. It was about how to invest money when you're in your 30s. And the first question that I decided to answer was, hey Astral, is $50,000 a year enough to live a comfortable life? If I had to choose a direct answer, I'd say it's mediocre. Here's why. So let's do the math. So $50,000 a year, that's $25 an hour, a little over $4,000 monthly. So for me, I basically make a lot less than $50,000 a year. So yeah, it's mediocre. And it all depends on the person. If you're comfortable, you have no complaints, you like what you're doing, uh, then yeah, keep making that 50K a year. But if you want more out of life, then I'd be more than happy to help you guys out with that. So another one of my questions was, my camera's doing something weird. I don't know what it is, but anyway, my other question was, how do I invest $1,000 when I'm 30? So basically, what I said was, if you have $1,000 to spare, put at least $200 in an investment app, like Acorns, Robinhood, etc. And as far as your remaining $1,000 goes, put that in aside in a debit card you rarely use, you hardly touch, something like that. And especially if you work. If you have any spare change, you're just like, oh, aside from just using this for snacks and stuff, I don't know. I don't really know where to put this extra money. That's that's why I'm gonna say, if you have extra money like that, put it on top of your remaining 1,000. That way, you're gonna watch your savings grow more vastly. And trust me on this. Um, I invest every day, or every at least every other day, and it's been going a lot smoother since this year started. I won't say how much specifically I have because, let's face it, that's no one's business. But anyway, people just want to. And before I get into that, actually, I just want to say this. Tax season is going to be around the corner. The deadline is mid to late April. I believe it's April 22nd. And my advice to you guys, especially if you're in your 30s, don't waste it. Don't blow it on anything. If you got debts and everything, that's one thing. But if you're just like, oh yeah, I got my tax money, I'm finally gonna get that big screen, hold on, wait a minute, let me put some intellectual thinking in it. Play this smart. You get your tax refund, even if it's not much. Don't use it on recreational items, don't use it on Xbox Ones or PS5s. I kept thinking the same thing when I had my income tax refund last year. But then I was like, I could do a lot more with this money. I can watch this build. Um, and I'd say about, if you do this wisely, I'd say between 3 to 6 months you'll start seeing results. But you gotta put in the work. Put in the work, stay on the grind, make that money. If you have extra funds, don't spend it. Put it in a card where you're like, oh, I hardly use this card. I'm just gonna put this money in here. Now, with what I did, I put extra funds in my Cash App. That's where I think it'll benefit you the most, especially if you don't have a Cash App card, because that'll make it a lot easier. If you just put it in the app itself and you have a debit card that you hardly use already, that's smart. That's exactly what I do. And I'm watching my money grow and grow and grow. And I'm only 30. You guys know this already. And I'm off to a great start. And people, when they, because I've seen it over the past few years, people want to do a bunch of dumb stuff, blow their money on something that's not practical, something that's not going to benefit them, just recreational items, like I was mentioning earlier. Be more smart when you're investing. Download Acorns, Robinhood, anything that involves investing money. Excuse me. And oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, Robinhood app recently started using Grindr. Yeah, thanks for being loud, Mr. Truck. But anyway, the Robinhood app recently started using Grindr as an investment tool. And I put bits and pieces in there. I watch it build throughout the weeks and weeks. You start seeing results. And another tip is, let's say you have a bunch of quarters, you already did laundry, and you don't know what to do with them. Put $10 at least in quarters aside. Put it somewhere safe, somewhere you're not going to touch it, feel tempted to spend it or anything. Because once it's already $10 in quarters, it's already rolled up, ready to go. You're going to trade that in. You're going to get an extra $10 bill, or excuse me, you're going to get a $10 bill from it. And you're just going to watch it build. It's a real shame because, there's a lot of gentrification going on. Everybody's trying to move, and they're trying to move into better places. And things are getting pricey. Things are getting expensive. And people my age, they don't even think twice on that. And if you hear honking, that's the trains. I don't know why they've been doing it. But Astralites, listen to me carefully. What I am telling you is going to benefit you in the end. Okay, I was mentioning that $1,000 that somebody on my Quora was asking about. I told them, look, put $200 away in one of the investment apps. Put the remaining $1,000 from it. The remaining $800, whatever. Put that in a debit card that you hardly use, or put it in a Cash App. Because I believe that if you... Because it's been working for me. I've been putting bits and scrapes and pieces, what have you. I've been putting a lot of that into my Cash App. Because I don't even have a Cash App debit card. So it makes it a lot easier for me to just watch it build. If you need that money for emergencies, that's one thing. But if you're just going to take it out because you've been waiting for the new iPhone and new PlayStation, then you're just going to screw yourself over. Real talk. I'm just going to be real with it. You're going to screw yourself over if you take the money out for the wrong reasons. And guys, I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. Managers are being slumlords. They're adding on all these extra debts. water, sewage, and trash, whatever it is they're doing. I get that. But at the same time, you can do a lot with $10 or even $5. Whatever it is you have, you can build up on that. If you watch this video, if you listen to what I have to say, your life is going to be a lot better. Trust me on this. If you know a place where you can put your money, you know you're not going to spend it, do that. Don't fall into that category where you use, let's use the full $1,000. Let's say you have a full $1,000. Rather than invest that money, you blow it on a new gaming system, a flat screen, or you guys know where I'm going with this. Play this smart. Invest more wisely. It really pains me to see people my age not being able to invest their money wisely, and then they want to complain about it later. And it's also sad because people like me have been telling people like them, here's what you do with your money, and they're just like, oh, thank you, yeah, I'll keep that under consideration. You should keep it under consideration, otherwise you're gonna end up broke and homeless. We already have enough of that. There's a lot of people my age, in their 30s, broke and homeless already. Because they didn't listen to people like me. They didn't listen to people who were telling them, look, you have to invest your money wisely. You have to watch it grow. Watch it do this, that, and the third. And then they just want to blow you off, and then they wonder why their life has turned to spit. Don't be that person. Take my advice. Invest it wisely. Because trust me, within the next, let's say the next 6 months, around summertime, you're gonna look at your account. Let's say you take my advice. Within the next 6 months of you doing every single thing that I just told you, and you're gonna look at your bank account and you're gonna be like, wow, Astral was right about this. I had $10 when I first started, and now I'm up to $1,200. I'm up to $2K, $3K, whatever it is, however you do it. I want all of you to be successful. I want you to value yourselves more. So when I look back at that question, is $50,000 a year comfortable enough to live on? I'm just gonna flat out say it. No, it is not. Because I believe people my age can do better. And especially the younger generation. Let us be examples for the people who are in their late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, whatever. Let's be examples for them. If you tell them what I'm telling you now, you're gonna make a huge difference. It's gonna be amazing. You're just gonna be like, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. Just like, I may be 30, but you're 19, 20, whatever it is. If you follow the advice that I followed, you're gonna live more comfortably by the end of the year. It all depends on how you want to value yourself as well as your bank account. Guys, the powers that be, they're raising their prices. They're adding water, sewage, and trash to places that never took it in the first place. things will be a lot better. Just follow my advice. Oh, and another app I should mention, Ibotta. I definitely recommend trying it out. If they still do it, I'm not 100% sure. I think you get at least $10 for signing up. I'm not too sure on it. I just say try it out. And if you like it, uh, oh, and real quick before I get into that part, specific items only. So you have to look and see if your store sells a certain item. Now, I should mention that real quick. But as I was going to say, let's say you built up $150 from Ibotta. Take out 25 of that and build that on top of what you already have, and then start over. You know, you take out 125, you're already left. Oh, excuse me. You take out 25, you're left with 125, and you build an extra 25 from your Ibotta list. Just follow that pattern. You'll just be like, okay, I'm at a 150, take out 25, I'm back at 150. You see where I'm going with this? Okay, perfect. So that basically answers the question on Quora of, well, they were two separate questions. The first on, is $50,000 a year well enough to live on? And the other one was, how do I invest $1,000 when I'm 30? I hope this video helped you guys. If you, if you have any questions or comments, you know where to hit me up at. If you're on Quora, I'm still going to be under Zen the Billionaire Boss. Feel free to ask me any questions. I will be able to answer as many as I can, depending on what the topic is. But that's my advice for you guys on how to invest wisely, on how to build more money throughout the year of 2023. So anyway, I hope you guys take this advice with a grain of salt. Like I said, take this advice and also help the younger generation. Teach them about how to build money properly, how to invest wisely. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching. We'll talk soon.